Hello, I'm Abayomi of Babulujo. I'm coming to you this time around to formally invite you to be a member of Association of Avid Shareholder. In the past, I've been used and done. That is what I've seen. People who want to do private placement, they will call me and then I will give them support. After they got the money, they become unreachable. Some of these companies, as we speak now, are being delisted from the floor of the NGX. It shouldn't be. You see, there's a limit to how far the Securities and Exchange Commission can do. There's a limit to what the NGX can do. They're just the regulators. They will not do beyond the dictate of their regulatory responsibilities. But you see, to make management of our quoted companies to sit tight is a responsibility that you and me as investors in the market will have to undertake. In 2008, when the market crashed, I know how much I lost. It almost ruined me. But thank God I survived. Many people did not survive. But how many managers of quoted companies actually experienced such losses? They collect salary. They manage companies for 10 years without paying one single dividend. And yet, they pay themselves bonuses. They pay themselves salaries. What are you benefiting? So let us rise together and make sure that things are done properly, that things are done well, the way things should be done in this market. That is why in the month of February 19, 2022, we're going to be converging. The place we're going to be using really is not big enough, so you have to pre-register. Register first as a member of Association of Avid Shareholders and then register to attend the event. As we gather together, as we embark on our mobilization, so we are also going to be previewing 2022 to tell you what stocks, what industries that you should invest, and then we tell you why. We tell you the qualities of equities you should invest in, and we also show you those you should not even bother to go near. These are the things we want to do, to share experiences, to share knowledge, to share information, to educate ourselves so that we all can become informed investors, better investors, as we also stand to claim our right, to fight for our right, so that we can secure our future as we are investing today. That is my submission. I hope to see you. Thank you. Welcome back. So I hope to see you 19th of February. Alright, though they cannot be part of our association as members per se, Malam will be there to share ideas on where to invest in 2022 with us. Aruna is also going to be there, but they are not going to be members of our association. No, they are professionals, they are market operators. They cannot be seen as a part of pressure group. They will come, teach us, lecture us, inform us, and then they leave. They will now leave us with the rest. We now come to the major attraction for today, looking at low price equities, low cap stocks, all right, and what the possibilities are for 2022. I'm taking off with those that have negative earnings, or yes, low cap stocks without earnings. Yes, that is where we take off from. Now, Wando is there. It's currently set at 4.73 naira. International Energy Insurance at 38 kobo. IEI. Capital Oil at 20 kobo. Is it Golden Insurance, or what is their name? I just know it's Gold something Insurance.
I think it's Golden Insurance.
20 kobo. Niger Insurance. You see, all these they are coded MRF. They miss regulatory file. Then Result Savings and Loans. Then Standard, is it Standard Alliance now? Insurance. All these are low cap stocks no earnings at all, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter for 2021. Okay, so now we are expecting first quarter 2022. We are expecting audited report 2021. I'm very sure that these organizations will have nothing to say. Malam, I put the question to you. Despite that, which of these equities in this category can you say investors should watch out for?
Ondo is number one.
Number one.
Because almost their problem is over. What is delaying the Ondo is the audited account for 2019-2020. We can say that 2021 is not yet due, but if they can release the two and they release the management accounting of 2021, the price will completely change. Don't forget that what brings the price down of Ondo was the fall of the price of the crude oil. Now crude oil is trading at the average of $80. So they have been restored back and they are more into crude oil, and even in their oil, go to the downstream. Everywhere you see a filling station of Ondo, you see them selling. There is no time you go to Ondo filling station, you see they are not selling product. So they are all for it. And the gas, the government now pay attention to domestic gas, and Ondo is number one. So I see that all indicators that show positive for the Ondo, and it's a stock to watch. So yes, we did not see earning, not because there is no earning, but because we know what they undergone. Now it is over. Hopefully we are expecting this result to be out before the end of this first quarter. So for the other one, my advice that watch the stock that have the potential. IEI, already a co-investor, has entered into it. So go into that stock. Don't be surprised. Last year, penny stock gave us a return of 300%. I remember Royal Exchange was trading 20 kobo before you know it hit 80 kobo. So penny stock, when it come to dancing, I say ask monkey to dance. Monkey will dance 10 times before an elephant dance 2 times. So the penny stock, if you do the right selection, you'll get it right. Especially those that have the very fundamental. I remember that the African Alliance Insurance, they have a stake in a pension fund. If this stock decided to do
African Alliance is not categorized here. African Alliance has result. We will still come to that.
Okay.
All right, but you have made your point. That is why this is about the best program you can have as far as equity is the stock market is concerned on air. Aruna, your opinion, looking at these companies, you know, there are different factors that could make the price of a stock to go up. All right, most often your portfolio will incorporate certain criteria, looking at some ratios. Okay, but you know, Morrison, that led the market, didn't have any fantastic result. Look at Mayer. They sold their assets
and paid the total dividend.
Excuse me. And the market compensated that. And like that, somebody can just wake up one morning and says that is interested in buying majority shares in Niger Insurance and is looking for it everywhere, and the stock will just grow 200-300% from 20 kobo. So now, which of these categories, aside from the Oando and International Energy that Malam mentioned, that you can say?
I know that investing in the capital market is risky, but at times you have to select your risk very, very well. Apart, if I wouldn't even include IEI, if it is me, because we have said it here on this platform that it's only a kid that didn't do well in the school that won't bring result home. So if you did not bring your result, that is one of the post-listing requirements, that you should bring your quarter to quarter until the audited. And if it's not brought, that means that there is fundamental problem with the company. We can understand that of Oando.
What about Morrison? 306% last year. What result do you have?
You see, the question is that I will wait for the information to hit this stock first before I take position. You know why? Because I won't know which of them that the information is coming to it. I cannot just go and take position at this 2020 Kobo stock and be waiting for information. We used to like.
Okay, let me ask you one question. All right.
Yeah.
Last year had come and it has passed.
Yes.
What information do you have concerning Morrison that made the price to grow 306%?
See, one of the things is that it could be there were, I think Alhaji said something concerning the stock when somebody was trying to sell his holdings. It can just be that somebody is buying.
Which means you didn't see up till now as we are talking. You still don't have information about
that is why I said I will wait for that such information to.
And then you are missing out in.
I could have just stayed there and wait. We used to liken this thing to the polar besider. What if you just sit down there and the agent never comes to trouble the water? I will not tell anybody. I will not put my money here, and also will not tell anybody to come and take position in this store, waiting for any information to come.
What of if telling anybody?
What of if it didn't come?
High risk, high return. If the information is available in the market, it's too late. Take your position before the information come to the market. We have seen what happened to Japan last year.
Yes.
It can happen to any other stock. A lot of our stock, they are trading far below the market. And all you need to do is to get somebody who identifies those potential and put it. We are all living witnesses. One on those trading less than 5 naira, eternal went to 13 naira. And somebody take position on that. So don't undermine those companies. Companies that are quoted, they have a privileges that people want to ride on them. And we have seen it. It happened to Eternal Oil. How many filling stations have you seen there? But yet today it's trading above 100.
Madam, the Japan you mentioned.
Yes.
Started last year, as I can see here, at 62 kobo. But it got to 1 naira 67 kobo.
Yes.
Some people sold. Of course, it later closed the year.
I sold at that price.
It later got to 39 kobo.
Yes. All right? But I want to ask Alhaji, did you just enter into Japan and be waiting for the information?
Look, let me tell you.
Transiting from oil and gas to
the reading on the blackboard, don't wait for anybody to read.
Aruna, what you are saying makes a lot of sense. And this our argument
that is coming. How can you just go and sit there in the
let me give you, at our workshop, when I was still holding workshop then to collect money, I rarely do that now. I've left it for my guys. All right. Now, one guy came from Abuja to attend the workshop. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 2014 or so, when we were holding it at our office in Omolide. The guy said that Transcorp was not doing well. He said he went to their hotel. He asked people, do people still lodge in this hotel? Do they still pay that exorbitant amount? They said they used to have oil well. Do they still have that oil well? Do they still have this? Do they still have the energy, the power division of their business? He said they told him yes. He said he went to buy. Overnight. He waited 1 month. But what Aruna is saying is that, see, if you must take risk, make sure that the risk is worth the taking. Okay, what he's saying is just to be a little bit conservative. Don't just look at a stock like Niger Insurance or Resort Savings and Loans or Capital Oil. You might wait there for the next 10 years. Okay, that is what he's trying to say, for as long as there are no results. If you are waiting for Oando, there are bases. That was why Malam was explaining. If you are talking about international energy, there may not have been result, but somebody is interested. And the Norembaja that is interested, they are not stupid. They are not foolish. And not that alone. Malam said it last week, that you look for insurance companies that have investment in pension fund. We did promise that we are going to be telling you that. My researchers actually did it. There are only 4. African Alliance, International Energy. I can't remember the
capital.
Okay, Veritas, and about 4 of them. Veritas is there, African Alliance is there, and then International Energy is there. That is why this program is the best. Let's move to the next stage. This time around, companies that have their earnings and their earnings are negative. Okay, so there on the list, you could see Royal Exchange, you could see Charms, you could see Capital Hotel, you could see Pharmadeco, you could see Morrison, 306% appreciation last year. their result from quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. As a matter of fact, the result in quarter 2 was better than quarter 4. Was the one? The result in quarter 1 was better than the loss in quarter 1 was better than the loss in quarter 2. The loss in quarter 2 was better than the loss in quarter 3, and yet this equity for the year 2021 actually grew by 306%. And you know what? The equity even went as high as 2 naira 10 kobo. And if you look at the margin between the highest and where it closed for the year, it was not actually much, because it closed at 1 naira 99 kobo, and the highest it got was 2 naira 1 kobo, which was less than 3 kobo actually, and it was 49 kobo at the beginning of the year. Now, looking at these earnings, Malam, negative earnings, all right? Now, we even decided to put the PE ratio there. Most of them are negative PE ratio. Which of them do you think one can take risk in?
You see, most of these companies, you don't buy them because of their earnings. We look at the underlying asset. Here we said that Mayor pay 1 naira 67 kobo for a stock that is traded less than 40 kobo. What happened? So when you know there is inflation, you know the exchange rate has doubled, and most of this, they have machineries, they have land, they have places that if today converted into cash, they are going to turn into millions or billions of naira. So look at those assets and take position. Those who are buying them, they were not full. They were buying them because they have seen good in them and they want to reap from that. We remember when people take away Leyland, many of these companies, ceramic in Kano, many of them, because they see the underlying assets and machineries. So please, when you see the market start ringing a bell to a stock, follow it up. But my advice, when you enter, get your exit. And once you reach your exit point, play your part and live for the rest. Most of the time, lose money because they overstay. You enter a stock, it gave you 10% today, 10% tomorrow, 10% next week. Within the week, you gain 30 to 40%. And you cannot say thank God. You should say thank God, take your profit and live for the rest.
All right, we have just roughly 2 minutes to go. We might have to continue from the same discussion next week. But Aruna, I'm very sure your opinion is going to be...
No, it's different, because I don't think I have to enter into a stock that because they have underlying assets, I'll be waiting for them to dispose of one of their assets or to dispose of one of their maybe subsidiary to pay dividend. No. If you look at what you have just said, like Pharmadeco, if you look at Pharmadeco, I entered Pharmadeco at less than 120, and I followed it up. There was not, with this negative earnings, yes, information like that enters into a stock, no doubt. But the question is that before the information enters into Pharmadeco, will I go there and be waiting for it, assuming that it didn't come? While it was going, I tried as much as possible to find out what is actually what is behind Pharmadeco. But I ran with it. And I ran with it. I came out with good profit. Yes, that is good.
What got you enter? What got you?
It was momentum. Momentum in the market sometimes don't have to do whether the market want to do it. The stock gain 10% today, is gaining 10% tomorrow.
Will you still do the same thing with Pharmadeco this year?
If that opportunity presents itself. But I will not go into Pharmadeco now when they have negative earnings, because I'm thinking that such.
When you were entering, did they have positive earnings?
That is what I'm telling you now.
They
were not having positive earnings.
Very, very.
But the like I said, momentum. If there's an unsatisfied bid today of 7 million. The same thing, that means the market is interested.
No, Aruna is actually talking.
Don't look at it that way.
That is the way I look. That is the way I
look at it. African Development Bank said they set billions for pharmacy. CBN said they have set billion for pharmacy. They want African to produce their vaccination. What stop you if tomorrow Pharmadeco got to produce COVID
vaccine?
What will be the price? So look, when the government and the bank say they are ready to help this industry, it's an industry to watch, because you cannot undermine any of them, because any of them can wake up. That is what happened to Nemes, that's what happened to Mayor Baker, that's what happened to Pixing. They are all penny stock, but today the story is changing. So if there is a decision by the African Development Bank, by the Central Bank, is something that you watch out. So for me, this industry sector, pharmaceutical health sector, I held them because of the decision of the African Development Bank and CBN.
All right, we have to go now. I don't want to disobey Shegun. As far as this is concerned, is my director. So, Oga, just give me 1 minute. Okay, we still have another slide for low cap stocks. We'll be taking off from there before we now come to positive. And on that, we have 3 slides. I'm very sorry we couldn't, but I'm happy. I'm glad that we are able to bring you the best of the best information possible. And in our discussions, in our agreements and disagreements, in Aruna's conservatism and the high-risk strategy of Malam Garba Kurfi, there are opportunities there. That we've been able to educate you. All right, if that is the case, we've got to meet again the same time, the same station next week. I want to say a very big thank you to the management of Lagos Television. I'm excited every time coming to share opinion on this platform. And I want to say a very big thank you again to all the staffers. All right, all of us this year shall be happy by the special grace of God. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Malam Garba Kurfi, for the kind of ideas you share. They are very, very uncommon. These are things that you should be organizing workshop and be collecting money on. And then Aruna, even for your own dimension and the way you look at issues, I want to say a very big thank you to you also for staying tuned. All right, join me on the radio and then on Metro FM 97.7, 8:45 to 9, Monday through Friday. The 3 of us will also be there. Ruth will only join us on Thursday. And again, don't forget our website, stocksng.com. All these things will be there, including the video. Until next week, when we shall be coming your way again. I remain yours sincerely in wealth creation is accumulation and preservation. Abayomi or Babulijo. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of program. See you tomorrow morning and day after on Lagos Television. God bless you.